Our topic this hour is coping after suicide, and sadly we are nearly out of time, but we do want to give you the opportunity to ask questions or to share your experiences with us. So you can do that at my email address at the bottom of the screen, and then I will pass that along to each of the guests and they'll be able to respond to you, hopefully to your satisfaction. I do want to make the point that we have to be very particularly careful when it comes to our children, because I have done on this show so many times the kids that were bullied, or the kids that got a bad grade, or the kids that felt like, oh, nobody loved me, my boyfriend broke up with me, I'm going to kill myself. Is that an expression that we've just come to accept in this society, and should people be using it, Carl, so freely?
I don't think they should be using it so freely, and I think that when you hear it, your ears should go up and your guard should be up and see if there's any merit to it. And I think at that point you have to explain to your children that no matter what happens, it's not the end of the world. Suicide is never, ever the answer. It's not the solution. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Right.
So I think that's something that's thrown around too much today, randomly. Yes.
Did you have to have that one-on-one with your children because it happened in your family?
Well, we did. We sat down with them and explained what happened with my brother, because at a certain point in time, you need to, almost as an insurance policy, just to let them know that this happened and how it devastates a family, and that it's not the answer.
And Donna, you know that as well, and I would imagine as a mother that you're now so much more protective, not that you weren't before with your sons, but certainly now.
No, nothing's going to happen to my sons, if I have anything to say about it. But the hardest thing is just looking forward and seeing, okay, grandbabies and marriages, and if someone is thinking about doing this, you've got to get past the point you're at right now and realize what you're going to miss and how that person is going to miss you at that time in their life.
Can a family or an individual who's lost someone move on? I mean, you know, Carl's put his thoughts into writing, and Donna's here talking about it and trying to be an advocate for other survivors of suicide. Can we survive it?
Yes, we can, and we do, and that's part of the courageous experiences I see and of families who do move on. It's difficult because there's a sense of leaving someone behind. It never ends. But
is there also a sense of blame that you must have done something
well, that's the other side of it,
cause
that we have to be cautious about, because sometimes we can see all of these signs in hindsight. It's a lot of what ifs, and we really have to work through this with families and parents and kids to say it's really easy to see these things and connect those dots afterwards, but often some of those things are normal rebellious behavior with teenagers or normal transitional aspects of our lives. Then later we can see, oh, that was a sign. So we have to be careful about that layer of guilt, saying, oh, I should have seen it, when sometimes we can't.
So those signs that we told you about, really pay close attention to those. Now, Joanne, what I would like you to do is look right into this camera and tell anyone who might be contemplating taking his or her own life something to motivate them to stay with us until this pain passes.
Talk to somebody, call somebody, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, anybody that you have contact with. Talk to somebody, or call a crisis line, talk to a minister, talk to a rabbi, but start to communicate how you're feeling, because that will help you feel less bad. It will help you to maybe to start to see why the reasons are for living as well as the reasons for dying. But talk.
If you had a second to say to your brother what this has done to your family that may have changed it, like if you had that 5 seconds beforehand, what would you say to him?
Just don't do it. We all love you, and whatever's on your mind is fixable.
Okay, and how about you?
Think of your sons and think about how it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. Just give it 2 seconds and look forward to their future.
Just hold on one more second. I cannot tell you how grateful I am that all of you appeared with us today. And Carl, again, thank you very much. My condolences on the loss of your brother, and of course on the loss of your husband. If you need help, please, please, please get it, everyone. Thank you so much.